What's up guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a first impressions on the new L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. So I'm going to put this bad boy on and then I'm going to do my best to remember to vlog a little bit at work so you guys can see how this foundation holds up at the salon. Alright, so first things first, I have these two, the first original, the Pro Matte and the Pro Glow. Now, right off the bat when I saw this one, I was looking at the shade and I was just like, okay, I know I'm cocoa in these two, so why wouldn't I be cocoa in this one as well? It looks red to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I see a little bit of a red undertone, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work out. I know the shade before this one, I think it was Cream Cafe. Hang on, I have it right here on my phone. It is, yeah, Cream Cafe 311, and it's way too light for me. So I will be interested to see how this compares to this. A lot of people have been comparing this to the Kat Von D foundation, which I love. That's one of my top 5 foundations. If you guys haven't seen my top 5 foundations of 2016, check that out. But it's full coverage, weightless feel, 24 hours. I definitely won't have this on for 24 hours, but we're going to have it on all day at work. I think I have like, what, a 9-hour day at work, so we're going to see how this rolls, alright? So I'm going to use a beauty blender to apply this foundation, just simply because that's how I wear my foundation. I use a beauty blender. I don't really use brushes that often. And we're going to see how this goes. I don't have anything on my face. I primed my face with my Benefit Professional. My skin, y'all, listen, my skin is jacked right now. I experienced this for the first time last winter. Like, I just don't know. I know the climate change, everything. I've got texture. I've got dry patches. Just pray for my skin because it's looking a little rough, but that's okay. Anywho, I think I'm just going to squirt some on the back of my hand. So you guys probably can't even see that. Let's come in a little closer, shall we? Okay, you guys are in here. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to blend it out on my hand. Yeah, that looks really, really red. Here goes nothing. Okay, right off the bat, oh, okay, maybe it's not that bad. I was preparing for the worst. It does feel on my hand when I was blending it out. It seems like it was a little bit hard to move, but with the beauty blender, I think we're okay. I think we are okay. Okay, so right off the bat, I mean, I'm not blown away. Just first impressions, I think the Maybeline Fit Me is better than this. I don't feel like this is super full coverage. I think the Pro Matte is more full coverage than this, but you know, it's okay, it's okay. Let's just keep going here. It's interesting, like it's got a little squeeze bottle, so I don't mind that. I'd rather it have a squeeze bottle than to not have a pump. That's the only thing about the Maybeline Fit Me that I despise. There's no pump. And it's really not as red as I anticipated. It looks red, but then once I get it on my skin, it actually just looks more neutral. I don't know, maybe on camera it might be looking red. I'll know when I go back and watch all this back. Personally, I don't feel like this is the easiest to blend. I feel like you just kind of have to work a little bit faster. I definitely don't think this is full coverage. I would definitely, I would not compare this to the Kat Von D foundation, so y'all can just miss me with that comparison. But okay. I feel like this. I feel like it does look like a natural finish. Let me see. Yeah. On the grid in the back, it has demi matte, radiant. In the center, it says natural. This looks pretty natural. I don't think you would have to set this with the powder though. If you're oily, have at it, but if you're dry skin, I don't think you would have to. Just for the heck of it. Let's do one more layer. Just because. I typically always do a very fine layer, but let's see. Hopefully I don't get cakey. And this also, it's not very pigmented. I don't know why. Whenever I see something that says full coverage, I expect for the pigmentation to be popping, but yeah, not so much. And then just to really try it, I never bring my foundation down on the right side of my jaw, just simply because I have this crazy dry patch right here. I always keep my foundation in the center of my face, then blend out. But let's just see. So this way I can see what it's like on dry skin. Alright guys, so this is what I'm looking like so far. I actually do not think I'm going to put a little powder on, light powder. I don't think I'm going to put a ton on because it's kind of hard because it seems like it's natural, but I can see how it's kind of matte. So let's say demi matte. Scratch the natural, demi matte. So what I'm going to do is I took a couple of pictures and I feel like I do look a little red on camera, but when I look like over here on my vanity and in my mirror, it doesn't look too red. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup, probably put a little concealer on just to balance everything out, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back. I finished up the rest of my makeup and this is what it's looking like. Not bad at all. I don't think it's terrible. And am I impressed? Not really. So let me just go ahead and tell you what I did. I did my eye makeup, brows, and I put on a little bit of concealer just because I wanted to brighten it up just a little bit. And I didn't use like a setting powder like I typically do. All I did was take the Mineralized Skin Finish and I just set up under my eyes, then a big fluffy brush, forehead, nose, chin area where I get oily. I didn't want to use a translucent powder just simply because now that this foundation is kind of sitting in, this is definitely more so a demi matte foundation. You do not have to set this with a translucent powder. If you're someone that's extremely oily, by all means go ahead. I am oily, but since we are in those winter months now, my skin's a little bit more drier than usual. But I did not use my Sacha Buttercup powder. I feel like so far, if you are a dry skin girl, I don't think you're going to be a huge fan of this. I mean, I did bring the foundation down to my dry spot, and I don't really think it grabbed that much, but I don't think it looks the best. Like I said, I never put foundation down here anyway just because I know that spot right there is tricky, and I feel like if you do have dry patches and if you put products on top of it, it just doesn't look the best. It is 11:15 here. I'm going to be heading off to work. I'm going to do my best to remember to vlog a little bit. If I don't do it on my camera, I'll do it on my iPhone, although I hate doing that, but my camera is so big and bulky. I really need to probably invest in a vlogging camera. But either way, I'll be back to check in with you guys, alright? Alright, I'm at work waiting on my next client. It's 12:45. No, I'm actually vlogging. You can say hi.
Hi.
I tried a new foundation today. I don't really know how I feel about it though, so this is my boo Grant. Alright, 4:30 check-in. Super oily, especially up in here. Alright guys, it is currently 8:30. I just finished my last client. I look crazy. I look a hot mess, but this is it. This is what I'm looking like. I am a greasy, oily mess. Don't mind the texture and the breakouts right now, but as far as my thoughts about this foundation, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like it's more of a demi-matte finish. I think if you're dry skin, you will not like it whatsoever. I kind of feel like if you're oily skin, you might not like it either. It looks to me as if it's just kind of left my skin. I don't know, maybe my oil just totally took over, but the last time I checked in after that, I did blot my face, and I don't know, I really feel like I don't really have too much going on right now. Like, there's not much left. So really quick, in regards to the oil on my face, I remembered I did not use a translucent powder. I didn't set it at all. I only used a Mineralized Skin Finish up under my eyes. However, I feel like it's kind of tricky because I didn't want to set it right off the bat with translucent powder because I didn't want my skin to look too dried out. But at the same time, as you guys can see, by the end of the day, because I didn't set it, the foundation did leave my skin and I was super oily. So those are just a few things to think about in regards to using this foundation. I 100% recommend either the Pro Matte or Pro Glow over the Total Cover Foundation. The Pro Matte Foundation is extremely full coverage and it is very, very mattifying. And then even the Glow, I feel like gives you a really, really great coverage. And if you're drier skin, you have that radiance going on. Yeah, that's going to be it for this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.